Calvin Coolidge was known as Quiet Cal. He was not a dominant figure. He was quiet, reserved, and soft-spoken. He was tight with his money because he mainly lived off the government's salary. They rented houses instead of buying throughout most of their career. He was quiet in demeanor, which led to many jokes, such as he spoke 5 languages silently. Allegedly, at his funeral, someone said in reference to him being dead is, how could anyone tell? He could give speeches, but he was not well versed in small settings. He and his wife sat through an entire baseball game one time, and the only exchange is when he asked her what time it was. He said he thought the American people wanted a solemn president, and he was happy to oblige. He did very little, and the people loved it. Allegedly, while eating at the dinner table one time, someone told them that they had made a bet that they were able to make him speak more than 2 words. And he responded by saying, "You lose." He enjoyed fishing and golf. Both he and his wife enjoyed baseball. She enjoyed it even more than he did. He also enjoyed shooting clay pigeons, and he loved boating. He did enjoy riding horseback, but when he got to the White House, he didn't have the time. Someone sent him a mechanical horse, which he learned to love, and sometimes rode it 3 times a day. He wasn't really a drinker, but if he did, he would have a glass of wine or maybe a martini. He didn't really seem to be into music either, but he did have a harmonica that he messed around with. He was a huge pet lover, almost as much as Theodore Roosevelt. He had cats named Bounder, Climber, Tiger, and Blackie. He had birds named Nip and Tuck, Snowflake, and Peter Piper, Goldie, and a mockingbird whose name is unknown, and one more bird called Do Funny. The mockingbird had to be given away due to DC law that didn't allow anyone to keep a mockingbird. He had dogs named Peter Pan, Paul Pry, Rob Roy, Beans, Prudence Prime, Tiny Tim, Calamity Jane, Blackberry, and King Cole. Rebecca, the raccoon, who was given for Thanksgiving dinner, but they decided to keep it as a pet. And he had a black bear named Bruno, but he later gave that to the zoo. He had a wallaby, which is a small kangaroo, and he named it Wallaby. That ended up going to the zoo as well. He had 2 lions cubs called Tax Reduction and Budget Bureau. A small antelope, which also made its way to the zoo. He had Peking ducks that could no longer stay in the bathtub, so they again went to the zoo. He had a bobcat and a pygmy hippo. If you like these personal presidential videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for listening.